Hey everybody, I'm Elena and today I'm gonna try with you in here. This is the first impressions of me trying the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. As you probably know, this foundation has been around for quite some time, but still I think it's worth a review. It's worth having onto consideration, and today I'm gonna walk you through all the process as to how I apply it, how it performs, my opinion in it and whatnot. So if you want to see what it's all about, how it works, my opinion, and whether it's worth the splurge or not, please keep on watching. Alright you guys, so first thing I'm gonna do is add a little bit of primer just on the forehead, on the center, almost the T-zone, you know, the areas where you would have bigger pores. Oh, this is gonna be a bit tricky today. I'm really far away from the mirror, but yeah. As you can see, I spread it really thin. I'm using Benefit Professional, but whichever primer you have, you know that I usually don't use primer. I just use moisturizer and roll with it. But today I'm trying this foundation, so I want to look its best. I know which foundations I can really pull off without primer, so this is more comfortable for me. But today I'm trying Studio Fix from MAC in the color, here's the sample though, in the color NW18. I have to say that I had NC15 a long time ago. Let's see how this performs. Maybe it's a tad too dark for me. Right out of the bat, this foundation is liquidy, so there's that. It's not a creamy foundation. It's a liquid foundation, but it's not like it's gonna drip like the Dior Serum foundation, or you know, the NYX it comes with a dropper. Now I cannot recall the name, but yeah. Let's just go ahead and see if this matches, because this foundation it's a really long-lasting, and it feels light to the touch, to the skin foundation. I remember that, but we'll try it again because it's been several years. And sometimes I think there are things out there at the store, you know, that we forget about, you know, because some other things, some newer things come along, and right off the bat, this is a really good match. Yes, girl. Yes, 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 girl at the MAC counter. This is, I prefer go just a tad darker. Like I'm going in here, then looking like a pale ghost, and then having to work with a bronzer. So for my skin tone, for reference, I was gonna say MAC reference, but this is MAC actually. I am an NW18 right now, and yeah, this is a match. So first things first, as you can see, I just applied one layer of it. I am gonna go ahead and press it. Don't drag, just apply as you have seen from the center of the face outwards always, so it gets more diffused. And now I'm tapping it in. And let me get closer to you. I don't know if you can see on camera, but in real life I can still see the freckles, the beauty mark. I can still see everything. I would say this is a medium coverage foundation. This is, of course, it's not a full coverage foundation, and it's not as lightweight that when you apply it, it looks like you applied nothing onto your face. My skin just right now looks really natural. Not matte, not dewy, just plain natural. I can still see, as I said, my freckles and whatnot, so it's not gonna cover my under eye circles and everything. But it's a really solid foundation for an everyday use, you know, just so you look yourself, you don't feel like you're wearing a cake face. So now that I have applied the foundation down, I'm gonna proceed. If you want to, you can skip forward to my conclusion, but I'm gonna proceed to apply the rest of the makeup for today. And today we'll continue with MAC, and today I will use MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the color NW15. I think, again, I don't know why MAC has been forgotten. As you can see, this is way too light because this is a match for my NC15 from MAC, but oh gosh, I'm gonna make it work. Like, watch this. I'm gonna have the most awakened eyes in town, but it's not gonna look fake or anything. So let's just spread it. As you can see, you have to go really, whoa, you have to go really light with this, and I highly suggest when you apply this concealer that you do so on the back of your hand and that you apply just little by little onto your face, because as you probably can see, it's really high coverage. It's really lightweight, really liquidy, but still somehow it covers the dark circles and everything, so you don't need the Shape Tape from Tarte, something that thick of a consistency, to cover something. Sometimes lightweight with a good formulation just does just the same, and this for more mature skin and whatnot, if you're not 12, works better, because chances are that since it's so lightweight, it's gonna crease way less onto your eyes, which is wonderful because then it's gonna wear more beautifully throughout the day, which in the long run I think it's everybody's goal, right? So that at the end of the day you don't have creases onto your face or anything like that. So there I have it. As you can see, today I went with it all over my eyelids, so I'm gonna just skip the primer, the eyeshadow primer, because I already went with this. I dragged this down, so I am creating a focus of light on the center of my face, and then you're gonna see that it all makes sense. Right now I am going to set it all with my trust and beloved NYX HD powder in the color Banana. Again, don't go overboard with that. It's just, you need the littlest amount. You see, I don't scrap in there. I just swipe the sponge in there, which this happens to be the Real Techniques one, and apply it just to mattify and set it all in place. But I don't want to cake it up. I don't want to bake. This is only gonna create a matte finish, fake finish, that it might look great photographed, but when people see you on the street, it's gonna be really noticeable, and ain't nobody wants that, I believe. Personally, I don't like that, so this is what I'm going for, just to mattify, just so it doesn't reflect the light, because I have under eye bags, not just under eye circles, but bags. And if you mattify the bags, then they don't reflect the light. So everything that's mattified, it's gonna look more set in place. You know, it's not gonna reflect the light, so you're not gonna have. You see the result, right? So this is really noticeable still, but this is almost gone, you know, if you see me face to face, which is the result that we're going for. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and move into the next statement frame in the color Brunette. I am between this and the color Chocolate, but I am making a point to use this one up, you know, before it dries up or anything. It may be a tad too dark for me, but this is what we're rolling for. Again, we don't want to go with the Instagram brows. They look beautiful in models and Instagram, but you know, in everyday life, you see some people, you see some brows, you all seen that brows, you know, going on the streets, brows that go all the way here or all the way here or up, you know, they look so unnatural, and we don't want anyone to be coming right at us and telling to us, oh, so you drew nice brows. I mean, to me, the point is that they tell you look beautiful. There's something different with you. You look better. I think the point of beauty is that they tell you that you look better. Of course, I like dramatic looks, but for an everyday basis, I want people to tell me you look pretty, not your makeup looks pretty. If you if you hint the difference, right? So all I'm doing is going over the natural line of the brows, and yeah, cover the spaces, right, that they don't have as much hair, just to even it out. But as you can see, I'm not underlining or going over the line. I'm just following the natural line of my brows, and that's about it. So now that this is colored and waxed, because it's a 2-in-1 actually, I'm just gonna take a spoolie. Oh, it's windy today here. I hope it doesn't transfer on camera because it's crazy windy. So next up, I'm gonna take the Kat Von D Shade and Light eyeshadow palette, And I'm just gonna take an all over shaded brush and take this shade out in here and kick off the excess, of course, and go all over the eyelid, all over it, like girls or boys, just go all over it. Today, since the lips are gonna be the protagonists, you know, the eyes are gonna be more toned down. So this is why I'm going for a matte, neutral, natural look. Okay, next up I'm gonna take this dome-shaped brush and I'm gonna take this toppy shading here and I'm gonna go on the crease of my eye, just windshield wiper motions. There you have it. Just to define a crease. We don't gonna go overboard or anything like that, you know. Don't get scared because of this. This is gonna get seamless together, trust me. Next up with a lighter shade, but I don't want to go all starch white. I will take this off-white, again, a shader brush, just a natural shader brush, and go all over the mobile lid, just to add this point of light, right? And girls, if you don't want to change brushes, because we're going to the whitest one here, we're gonna go in the inner tear dot area, always kick off the dust, here, and here. Now we'll take this toppy shade again with the same brush, and you just gotta make work the tip of the brush and go all over the lower lash line. Just to add, I hope you can see the hint of difference, you know, that it makes. It looks more like you put some more effort into it, right? So now I'll take a fluffier brush. Actually, this is a Zoeva Luxe crease, but I will take this light brown in here, dip it just a little bit and go on the outer third up until the crease and blend it inwards. Now let's kick off the excess of the brush. I always have a towel on my lap and just clean the corners. That's what we're going for. Next up, I will go ahead and take my tattoo liner from Kat Von D and I will draw a wing line. So I'll speed through that possibly. Okay, so we got a simple wing line, a little bit bold. I didn't want the thinnest line, I just wanted a medium line. My trick from me to you, that car though. When you're applying liner, just lay, sit still, whatever, or stay still. Okay, we all know that. Don't pull your eyelids, you know that. But also, if you don't want to mess your foundation and all that you work beforehand, just apply the beauty sponge, or if you don't have that, a cotton round, or even a tissue paper, you know, but place your hands onto something that it's not your skin, just so you don't mess with the products that you applied beforehand. Now I'm gonna go ahead and line my waterline with the love of my line, which is the Extreme Lasting Gel Liner from Essence in the color Silky Nude. I believe this is a race because this is how much well loved it is. For the eyelashes today I will be using the Big Colossal Shot from Maybelline. I have to tell you guys, this mascara, I like this mascara, but there are mascaras that I like better, but I don't bash this mascara. The only thing about this mascara is that you have to work pretty fast because the formulation is a little bit dry, so you don't have extra time. You cannot fall asleep while applying this. You have to work. So I highly recommend that if you want to apply mascara a bit slowly and take your time, that you do one eye first, and once you're done, go to the other, because otherwise it's gonna dry up in the middle of the process and it's gonna look you know, it's gonna create clumps and whatnot. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply mascara. Okay, we got this down. Now we're going to the rest of the face. And for this, I will take the Body Shop Honey Bronzer in the color 1, which is the lighter one that they have. And for this, I will take, I'm looking for it, I will take a small fluffy brush and I will define a little bit the contour of my nose, because right now I had my winter color. It's happened already, you guys, so I cannot pull hula. I mean, if I had hula light, but not hula. So we're gonna do this, and now I'll take my bronzer brush, round brush, and go as per usual, tip of the ear. Now it's easier to show you, you know, with the short hair. Up until the tip of the eye and upwards. Always upwards. And up until the temples. Let's bronze that face. Can you hear the wind? Okay, let's be careful to go below the chin and not create a 5 o'clock shadow in here. Nobody wants that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just because I have it, and I'll go all fancy, and I've been having this for several years, this Rosy Glow in the color number 1 Petal from Dior, and I will apply this blush onto my cheeks. Always circling motions and upwards. And please don't do this as smiling, because then it's gonna drop here. Just touch where your cheekbone is, and that's where you have to apply it. So this is gonna create a rosy, flushed look. I am digging this. Now I'm gonna go ahead and apply a little bit of High Beam, which is this highlighter from Benefit. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Since this is cream to liquid, it's gonna look more natural. It's a natural highlighter per se, but it's cool tone. I think it's Sunbeam, the one that's golden tones. But if you have a cool tone skin, just like I have, the High Beam is gonna look better than the Sunbeam. But yeah, we have that down. Can you see? Now I have chiseled a little bit my cheekbones, right? Now I'll take the loose powder, or whichever one you have, a setting powder. I'll just happen to have this one that I love, which is the Makeup Forever HD, and go all over it. Just set it all in place. Blend it together. Ta-da! And last but not least, we're gonna do the lips. For this, I will be using Revlon Cherries in the Snow, which is a really beautiful red going into fuchsia, or fuchsia going into red color. And I will line my lips with, I never remember the name of this, with NYX Fruit Punch, which is a retractable lip liner, but today we're gonna go for sure. So first I'm gonna apply the lipstick, and then we're gonna define with the lip liner so it looks more defined and easier, right? I don't know if it just happens to me or everyone, but whenever I have a cold, like, lipstick doesn't want to stick onto my lips. It's something weird. Lipstick is down, and I'm gonna go ahead and define with Fruit Punch, which again, it's in fuchsia reddish color. And always remember to connect the upper and lower lip, you know, the corners. Never forget the corners. It's easier to do so with the lip liner than with the lipstick bullet, of course. Now I'm gonna take and spritz a couple of spritzes of tea tree water from Lush, or water, toner, setting spray, whichever one you have. Don't go for Urban Decay all-nighter if you don't have to be sweating at the dance floor or something in the line. So you can spare that money, right? So my little trip from me to you. So this is it. I just took the clip off of my head. This is the final look. Let me get a bit closer to you. As you can see, what we are working with in here, which happens to be the Studio Fix from MAC, it's a really beautiful foundation. Let me take the hair. I have to get used to it. It's a really beautiful foundation. It provides a very natural finish. I have to say that this, because I already tried it before, this is gonna last you all day long, no problem. I mean, unless you go playing tennis or something in the line, or you go for a run, then do not expect miracles. But if you're going running errands or to the office to work or whatever, this is gonna endure all your day. I wouldn't say 24 hours, but of course this is gonna last the entire work day or the entire day, right? Since when you apply it up until you get home at night, it's gonna wear beautifully. As you can see, my face looks, of course I applied the rest of the makeup and whatnot, but I like the result because nobody's gonna say like, you look like cake face, okay? So I can still see the freckles, my beauty mark, all the things that I have, you know, going on in my face and whatnot, but still it's gonna look, the skin is gonna look plump, beautiful, evened out, and it's gonna have a color that it's gonna endure all day long. So I give 2 thumbs up to this foundation. Again, this is the MAC Fix Studio Fix foundation, the liquid one, because they also have the cream formula that you apply, you know, with a sponge, and it comes in a compact case, but this one is the liquidy one. I hope you guys enjoyed this little first impressions slash review slash get ready with me, and if you did, please make sure to give it a good thumbs up. Also, don't forget to click the subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and leave a comment. Let me know what you're thinking. Have a great day. See you in the next one. Bye.